Welcome everyone, Costin here with the Fast Castle Fast Knight build for Age of Empires 4. I'll be doing this as the Holy Roman Empire, though other civilizations, other factions in this game can do it just as well, if not better. I've seen people do it and get to the Castle Age in about 8 minutes as the Chinese, or even less as the Chinese. I haven't quite matched that speed, but I'm also not necessarily trying to just get to Castle Age quickly. I'm trying to get to Castle Age and have the resources and have the infrastructure in place so I can already spam knights when I get there. So anyway, gonna start this game as the Holy Roman Empire, Dry Arabia against the English. And the hardest AI. Optional objective of this video, defeat the hardest AI. I've done this, I've tried this several times already, and I've won against the hardest AI every single time. It's actually pretty easy once you figure it out. So anyway, when you start the game, immediately start building a prelate. The economic bonus you will get from that prelate is gonna be well worth it. And then figure out how your situation is. So I have berries there, I have stone there, I have wood there. I have gold there, that is, and I have my wood here. It's actually not going to be too great in this situation for me, to be quite blunt, because there are better positions you can potentially get for your resources. And the reason that's important is because you do have a structure as you do have a structure as the Holy Roman Empire that allows you, that provides the benefit of the prelate. Like, you just garrison a prelate in there, and it will affect an entire area. So I'm getting house there. Alright, so I'm getting more sheep. A house is 15 seconds, a villager is 20, so the house, as long as I just start building at a reasonable enough speed, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, so I got 3 villagers on wood there, and now I'm gonna start getting them on gold. I'm not gonna add more villagers to wood, by the way. So this guy, this one is gonna start gathering gold there. And I run around with my scout. I try and figure out where the deer, the berry bushes, all that kind of stuff is. What I really want are deer, even if I wouldn't necessarily make use of them. Like, if you get a lot of sheep as the HRE, you wouldn't want to make use of the deer. But as a non-HRE faction, because you don't get this kind of benefit, you would use the deer. Alright, since I need gold here, I'm gonna put, by the way, 5 villagers on gold. And after that, I'll get more on... 5 villagers there. Okay, send the sheep. So 1 more villager there. What about the other ones? Well, I'll start building. I'll put one with a mill here on the berries, and then another one on the deer. Okay, so there we go. I'm also gonna get another house. So a mill over there. Alright, and I'm gonna get that Aachen. Well, actually, that's okay, hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, let's do it like that. Actually, that's not even... Yeah, sorry about this. Bad positioning on my part. You gotta adjust to the chapel. And I'm gonna put 2 guys. So we're 4 minutes 20, 4 minutes 20 basically going feudal. That's not the greatest in the world, but this is for Castle Age. So these guys are gonna work over there, and he's gonna come and support them. We still have a good amount of sheep. I'm also gonna improve the amount of resources they get through hunting. So they at about 5 minutes will get to the feudal age, so that's about the normal time right there. I don't think wheelbarrow is really worth it. I mean, it's a lot of gold, and it's just like, oh, you can get... like, the AI will build a market. There is a way to get food from a market, or gold from a market, because there are neutral markets on the map. Okay. So any new villagers, put them on berries for the moment. Those 3 on wood and 5 on gold. That's enough for what I need right now. And then we put him there. I'm gonna get more sheep in that location. Okay, since I got lucky enough to get more sheep. Depends a bit on the luck, right? Depends a bit on our energy. And how you stand. Like right now, I'm very, very close to being able to go to the next stage at 7 minutes and 21. I'm just gonna wait a bit. And then get 3 villagers to get the Burgrave Palace. And also with the Burgrave Palace, stables. So I've got 16 on food right now. That's a pretty good number. Get even better food gathering capacity. Get forestry. This is the point where you start getting various upgrades. So I want to get 3 stables. I got him 822 right here, already going into feudal, into castle. And I want to get 3 stables to be able to get 3 knights at the same time. That does mean that I'm gonna need more villagers on gold though. I'm probably gonna go for 8. And once I get a bit more wood there, I'm also going to build the final stable right there. Alright, the deer are pretty close there. Okay, well, There we go. Final stable under construction. I'll just send an extra villager to help out, and I'm gonna put these two. I'm gonna put these two to help on wood once they're done there. So there we go. And 9 minutes 40, 50. Yep. I'm ready to go up. When that's done, I'll get there we go. And get free knights, as well as upgrade your men-at-arms. Those upgraded men-at-arms will be important, because the English are coming, boys and girls. I do want to get that blacksmith. The benefit of the Buggrave Palace is you can train 5 units at the same time. That's a pretty substantial economic bonus. Now I have enough food for the moment, but I don't have enough wood to transition to farms. Truthfully, I don't really need to, but I do want to get the farms. They'll be faster here. Okay, so we got the knights, we got men-at-arms. Let's go. So I got 6 knights. I got 6 knights, I've got 3 more incoming. And then 3 more after that. If I need to, I can also get upgrades at the blacksmith. And I've also got 5 men-at-arms to support those knights if absolutely needed. Now one of the things I want to do here is take one of my villagers and start building a siege encampment, because I will need the trebuchets. So I've got proper men-at-arms, not the early ones. If I need upgrades, I can get upgrades, but right now I just want armor. Like, one of the things you probably would want against most people is getting those armor upgrades earlier than I did. Okay.
Was soll ich flickern? Was soll getan werden? Buche das nur. Zieht zum Gewerk. Edle Ritter sind wir. Ich lebe zur Gehorche. Alle Ritter aus der Walde. Alle sind wir. Edle Ritter sind bereit. Gefertigt. Schönes Bilde. Ritter fort, ihr edle Gesellen. Selbst verstanden. Ich lebe zur Gehorche. Und das Wort. Ich führe die Gehälter aus.
Alright, gonna pull back that villager. Now those men-at-arms can't deal with an infinite number of spearmen. They actually build their landmark reasonably far away. Okay, let's see about gold. There we go.
Bereit, etwas unterwegs. Gehören Sie zum Gewerk. Gut. Sit zum Abziehen. Gehorchet alle. Ritter im Sattel. Vierwärts zur Selbstverstand. Ritter stand bereit. Also bald. Marschiere, edelste Ritter. Gehorsamkeit ist eine Tugend. Die Schwine führen.
That is an unfavorable matchup, Spearman against Knights, but he's got feudal Spearmen. Unless Spearmen are, I feel like unless Spearmen are at the same level as the units they're fighting. And by the way, I can get something else here. I can get more Knights. They've got all their villagers there. The English are not to be trifled with in their base. They're actually probably the hardest to attack in their own base if they get all those villagers in the TC, which is exactly what they've been doing over here. But that trebuchet will put them down. Trebuchets are really good at destroying TCs, I find. Like, it's gonna do, like, I don't know. Fairly substantial amount at any rate. Alright, gonna get those men-at-arms in there. If you kill their landmarks, you win. And that's the thing, their feudal units can't beat my Castle Age units. And I do have Castle Age upgrades on these knights and men-at-arms. If there's an advantage the HRE has in this particular situation is that, yeah, with the Burgundy Palace you can get those men-at-arms. But if I don't have those men-at-arms, I just get more knights or I get archers. And that's it. The AI is beaten in just less than 18 minutes. Very close to the 18-minute mark. With a fast castle, fast knight build, the hardest AI. To be fair, the AI is not quite as scary in this game as it is in Age of Empires 2 on the Extreme AI. That's pretty competent. It's not quite as competent over here. But if we look, let's look at the timeline. So I got there just very close to 10 minutes. Some people have been able to do it faster to get to age 3. But here's the thing. I got to age 3 and I started pumping out knights, right? I've seen people do it fast, like 8 minutes or 9 minutes or something along those lines, getting to age 3. But they didn't have the economic power to just get 3 stables down, get a blacksmith down, get 3 knights, get 12 knights, right? And then also get armor upgrades for the knights, which are actually quite important in terms of dealing with the spearmen that the AI will have. And in fact, spearmen are going to be the default unit that quite a lot of players may have. So how do you beat this is the question. Well, you want to build quickly yourself. You will benefit from it. The only civ out of the 4 that are currently in the game, best as I can tell, the only civ which would have a benefit staying longer in feudal instead of rushing for castle age, the only civ would be the English, because they can get longbowmen, right? So they can get the council hall and they can get the longbowmen. But here's the thing: even with this, you can get a longbowman. Sure, you would need more villagers on food and wood than otherwise, but you can get longbowmen and you can still get a pretty fast castle even as the English. But the English are, out of these 4, they're the ones that can put feudal age aggression. Other civs just wouldn't have the power to do that in feudal age, though they absolutely have the power in castle age. Fact is, knights are going to be getting knights or lancers, if say you're the Abbasids or the Chinese or any civilization that has lancers. Getting lancers or knights early on, well, those knights and lancers, they're going to beat their counters. And here's another factor: spearmen with similar upgrades, so I think it's veteran spearmen, they would probably beat those knights. Hardened spearmen won't, unless you have a lot of them in terms of raw numbers. But the problem is getting that upgrade. So once you get the castle, you can just get stables down and start pumping knights. And those knights are going to beat every other unit, unless those units, and even some of these units, if they get those upgrades, those better unit type, like hardened or veteran or elite, they're going to beat those. And that's the real advantage of the knight, just spamming them, getting the night rushes, right? Early knights have been a thing in H2 for a long time. And it's and they're basing a lot of the things here on H2. So it's like, let's go for fast knights. Getting those very quickly is a smart thing. Now, as I see it, there's significant benefits from a military perspective, economic perspective, to getting to the castle age very quickly. And I think loitering around the Dark Age or feudal age is not going to net you anything, really, as I personally see it. Maybe as an English in feudal, maybe to a certain degree. Maybe if you're trying to do a feudal rush, maybe that could work. And I've certainly seen, I've seen this firsthand, people with 6 longbowmen beating the crap out of other players in feudal age. To be perfectly clear to this, I don't think rushing is going to be the strategy that's going to win all these games. I mean, right now, a lot of people don't know what the hell they're doing. They're learning, all that kind of stuff. There will be ways to do a very fair to survive these rushes, developing strategies, and it's not exceptional what I've done or what other people have done in doing those 8, 9, 10 castle age build orders. There are people who can optimize that further, and there are ways to beat that, like you just saw right there. The English town center of the AI, and the AI is horrible at managing its units. The English town center could have killed all my knights if I was stupid enough to send in there. Sure, it locks down your economy if you do something like that, but you can certainly build defensively. Palisades, I'd say, are less important here. They're very easy to take down and get past. Palisades, I'd probably say they are less relevant here than in Age 2, though you can build walls easier around your settlement. Maybe you would want to build those walls, funnel enemies in a choke point, all that kind of stuff. Or maybe not. Maybe you just build a grand army yourself. And that's your call, really. Anyway, Costin here, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications, and stay tuned for more. I am well aware this is not necessarily the most optimal build order. We're still very early on in this game. We're in a technical stress test as close to an open beta as we have. But hey, it's just something I wanted to check out.